Okay guys, so perfect height for your Vendetta, Vortex, Big Rock. You need to set up good suspension. So in today's video, I'm going to show you small little adapters that you're going to put inside your shocks to drop the front of the vehicle and the back of the vehicle, but also maintain that height where your car is not going to rub on the floor, but it's going to be leaned down more in the front than the back. The back is going to be up, and make your suspension as tight as possible. I'm going to show you a little adjustment on little stuff that I use inside this vehicle. So doing it wrong, make your car's going to sit uneven. Your car might pull to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. It might go airborne, it might scrape. So do this properly, and your Vendetta, your Vortex, Mega, whatever you got, even the XO1 over there. It could be any car. It could be any of the RCs, okay? It could be XO1. It could be the Vorteks. It could be the Typhon. Those are a little bit different, but these little 3S platforms here, I got a little Limitless over here. 3S Limitless. I got this Big Rock here. All got the same setup, but let me show you this. I'm going to show you with the micrometer so you know what kind of the height level you got to get this baby to. Anyways, let's go into the workbench. So this stuff that we're looking at here, this is the stuff. Took it off these shocks here. These are expensive shocks, but they do sell these in plastic. They do sell these in a small little box in a bag for like $10. You get a whole bunch of these. $25 maybe, you get a whole package of these. Anyways, so the measurement here, I'm gonna give you guys the measurement here. So I'm gonna have to work a little bit of magic here. Okay, if you guys can find, so you guys seen my the Vendetta, how it looks. Anyways, so this would be for the front. Let's zero this out. So this is zeroed out. Okay, this is zeroed out. Okay, let's zero this out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this guy and we're gonna measure this little guy. There you go. I got it perfectly on this little guy. So it's 7.11 millimeter. That's the amount of the height we're dropping in the front. In the back would be half of that. So in the back, I would say 3 millimeters is fine. 3.5 millimeter is fine. So that's something that you're gonna have to find in the back for the back. So those little tubings I showed you, I got them from a hardware store. Those are the fittings for AC lines. Anyways, you guys can see my car how it sits properly. Okay guys, so here's me doing the shocks. So if you guys want to know, so that's what I did with the Vendetta. This was also a Vendetta, which I've converted into 3S Limitless. So that's the body I'm going to be using on this guy. So this is the body here. Okay, there you go. That's what it's going to look like. But the shocks needed to be modified. So what I did here is, as you can see, this little guy right here, I used some of the, you know, the shocks, they have the little metal piece, the ball right there. You see it right there. That's the ball joint that goes here. Okay, so that's what I used from these shocks. Let me get one out so you guys can see. So here it is, and it falls down. So this little guy right here, you see this little guy right here? So you can pick these plastic ones on parts store sells it on the hobby shop. So that's what I use. This is for the front because it's gonna be more shorter than the back one. So the back one, I use this flaring kit. This is from the brake lines or hydraulic refrigerant lines. You can pick this up from the hardware store as well. And that's how this is gonna work out. And front and back should be equal. Not equal, the back will be more higher since it's a smaller one. The front will be lower because it got more pushing down more bigger space than the back. Anyways, that's what these babies are. And once I'm completed, I'll show you the height level on this. Okay, so here is this is what this baby looked like. First of all, so check out this the flooring here. So what I want to do is let me remove this body here so you can see the front is more lower than the back. Back is higher, and then in the front of the lip, you guys can see it's sitting really mean. It's sitting really mean. I am gonna be putting a new the front bumper here, canopy in the front, but it's looking really mean. And this baby is gonna have a good suspension, and it's gonna have good traction. It's gonna sit really good. It's probably not gonna go airborne. It shouldn't go airborne. But if I could get this baby to 100 plus mile per hour or even 100, that's good enough. Anyways, you want to do your shocks? That is the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the body off this little guy. This is the one I just recently did. So if you take my finger here, as you can see, my finger touches. There's no gap. But as we go back, look at how much gap we got between the finger and the chassis. Okay, there you go. So this is the perfect height. It's lowered from the front, and it's pretty stiff. Remember, I got tubings in the center and the bottom too. So we got tubings on the shocks in themselves right there. So they won't have it. It will have a little spongy force down, but it will not crunch down. It will not squat down. It will actually plant its wheels down. In the front, same thing. Anyways, that's how stiff and solid this baby is. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully I helped you guys out with this little Vendettas. I used to use strap ties, but those strap ties, when it squats, it can move around and give you a different height as it comes back up. So you don't want that. That was a bad idea from my side. Anyways, do it properly, do it right, and you're all set to go.